Okay, Bob, this is for you. I'm making this video for my friend Bob to try to familiarize him with some of the features of the MuseScore program, which he's downloaded and you can download for free. And I'm just going to do some of the basic steps just to get you going and doing a lead sheet. I'm going to open the program, and there's MuseScore. Now, Bob, I don't know if I'm going to talk to Bob a lot in this video because this video is for Bob. Hey, all right, I don't know whether you're going to get the same thing happening. I not only get a blank piece of sheet music that you can start on, which you can use and close out this window here, which is called the Start Center. But I use the Start Center because it allows you to change the format on the sheet to one that I'm more comfortable with and that I like the look of. But you can click out of this Start Center if you want and just start working on this blank. But I'm going to hit plus to start a new one, and it's going to ask you for some information. I'm not going to fill it all in. I'm just going to put in the title, and that would be Misty, and I'm going to hit next. And once you do that, it gives you these options, different formats of scores, and I'm going to scroll down to find the one I like, which is called Jazz Lead Sheet. So I've clicked on that. Now it allows you to add the key signature, which you can, it's Misty, it's in E flat for most players, although I've played it in a different key. Bob, you may even sing it in a different key. In fact, I think you do. Or you can hit a blank key signature and add it later, but I'm going to add E flat, and I'm going to hit next. And there's some other choices here that are just pretty much standard, and I'm going to hit finish. So now you have Misty in a 32-bar lead sheet with 32 measures with the whole rest in each, but I want to change that format. So what I'm going to do is click once into the first measure. You see it gets highlighted, and I'm going to hit shift and right arrow to select all of the measures. And I'm going to go up to the edit menu and scroll down to tools and then fill with slashes. So now you have 4 slashes in each measure representing one beat. But I like to format the sheet. It's easier to work on for me if you have 4 measures generally. There are some exceptions if you have 4 measures per line. So the way I'm going to do that is to highlight the first 4 measures, and then I'm going to go to the menu over here, and I'm going to go to breaks and spacers. And you'll see that there's this little system break, they call it. You can either hit enter and do it that way. And for reasons I don't quite know, or you can, by the way, you can double click here and it will achieve the same thing. For reasons I don't quite know, if you want the whole sheet to look like this top line, you skip 4 measures and you highlight the 5th measure in the next sequence and select 4 and then hit enter, and you do the same thing throughout. I'm going to skip another 4 measures. I'm going to highlight the next 4 and hit enter, and for purposes of saving time, I'm not going to do the whole sheet. But now you're ready to work, excuse me, in an environment that I find is pretty comfortable, and you're ready to start adding your chord symbols. Again, I don't do melodies, I just do chord symbols and the other punctuation. In order to add the chord symbols, you have to assign a chord symbol to a particular beat in the measure. So I'm going to highlight the first beat. You may not see this, but in doing so, it goes from black to blue. And then there's a keyboard shortcut, which is Control K. And you'll see that the cursor ends up above that. You can add your first chord symbol, which for Misty is E flat major 7th. And that chord is for the whole bar. I then want to go to the second bar. Again, click once to highlight that, hit Control K. And then I'm going to guess at B flat 7 for 2 beats. And then I'm going to highlight that and add with Control K another chord. Da 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 da. E flat for purposes of simplicity. And then go to the 4 chord, which is Control K. and an A flat major 7th. And then you proceed to continue throughout the sheet and add your chord symbols. If you want to have some a repeat sign, which you probably do in Mystique, the way the song goes, you can go to, on the menu here, repeats and jumps, and you can see that there's a repeat sign here if you want to put it at the end of this, once you've filled out all these chords. If you have a repeat sign here, if you want a chord to repeat, you've got that here. You can drag that into a location. You also have, I want to see where there are some breaks, or lines is the name of this particular tab, so that you can put in, first ending, second ending, and the other punctuation that you might want to use just by utilizing this menu and dragging them into the sheet music. So that's basically and most simply how it's done. Obviously, you save your work at the end of it. You can download it as a PDF and save the file, or you can just keep it in the MuseScore format in case you want to go back to it and work on it again. But those are some of the basics, and I have a feeling that in your hands, Bob, you're probably going to figure out a whole lot more interesting things to do with this. What I'm doing is very, very basic and very simple, obviously. But see you soon. Thanks, pal.